Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Happy Friday. Over to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Yeah, baby. All right. Looking forward to a fun little weekend other than going to Crazy Horse tomorrow at 3. You guys have anything exciting going on this weekend?
I was hoping you fuckers would come over today to get this shit started.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We'll be exhausted by tomorrow at 3.
You could, if anyone could do it, it's you, Mama.
You're right.
I believe in you.
Well, who knows? I might have accidentally popped a pain pill, so.
No, we steered you
Okay,
right.
All right, okay.
I've got a girls' brunch on Sunday. So we're doing Crazy Horse on Saturday, girls' brunch on Sunday. And you know these girls. They get it.
What time should I expect you at my place Sunday evening?
Oh, it is with those girls.
What girls?
Well, one of them's Franny.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably going to be seeing them.
Franny's sister's in town this weekend, too. So I think all the girls are going to be going nuts.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, some interesting stuff is going on. I don't know if you guys have been following the protests that are continuing on. It's kind of an interesting situation. Now, I know that I think it was on Wednesday, I-95 in Palm Beach County was shut down near Okeechobee Boulevard. That same day, in fact, where you've been seeing a lot of the protests and the traffic issues was in Miami-Dade. Kind of, around there, of course, by Hialeah, the Palmetto, State Road 826, right in that area. In fact, it's kind of been going on there a little bit more, I think, since even Wednesday. And yesterday, Governor Ron DeSantis was saying that Cuban Americans need to stop blocking roads in Miami to express solidarity with anti-government demonstrators in Cuba. And then directly afterwards, they closed an intersection in Hialeah and then kind of started to head onto the Palmetto, chanting Libertad, the liberty there, and carrying Cuban flags and signs. So DeSantis did note that protesters were peacefully assembling and not violating the spirit of the state's new anti-protest law. And that was the big question. Would they slap him with any felonies or anything like that if they got to him? Pitbull, he had this to say. He said, oh, wait, let me do it in my best Pitbull. Yo, this is a message to the world. We need to stand up, step up. But if you don't understand what's going on, then you need to wake the fuck up. Not only is this a Cuba event, this is a world event. This isn't about politics. This is about saving lives. This is about unity, not division. And bottom line, this is about taking action.
You missed one part. Ha ha! 305! 305!
In the 305. But it's worldwide.
You're Pitbull, not bad at all.
Okay.
You've been working on this.
No.
I was going to say, it's something you practice.
Yeah. So I'll get to that. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, he wrote on Twitter that if you're going to protest, we support you and we got your back. Just do so where you're not blocking roadways where emergency vehicles might need to come through. And I would expect this weekend you're probably going to see, I would assume some protests here and there. And that's why I'm just wondering as you head into the weekend, would you possibly see some traffic snarls? And
yes.
If you're going to be heading in certain areas, just know that, those are some of the places where you might see some possible traffic snarls. So it might be happening.
Snarls.
I was looking a little bit more into it because it's kind of interesting because, the right's got their own recommendations on what to do with Cuba. The left's got their other recommendations about what to do with Cuba, of course.
I know, it's not at all political.
I know.
Pitbull, I think it's turned political, at least over here.
Yeah, it has. I know the right, and actually everything seems to all be, at least from my understanding, a pretty good idea. The right is demanding that Biden act immediately to restore internet access.
Yeah.
And you know how they do that? I didn't realize this. I think they learned this by doing some work in Puerto Rico where they took balloons and they were able to establish internet that way, and they think they could do that without having to enter Cuban airspace, which could be problematic.
There you go, then.
So the U.S. might be able to do something to establish internet access, which would really really highly piss off the Cubans. I didn't realize this. I guess we have a radio station that we boom into Cuba, and the Cuban government hates it because it's all about democracy and freedom, and they don't want that stuff. But because it's a radio, they can't stop it.
I was hoping you said our show was bleeding into Cuba.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
They're listening to the dirt of the day.
Is there any way on a good day you could get us in downtown Havana? Because I can see where we piss off the Cuban government. The left is demanding that Biden end the U.S. economic embargo against Cuba, which they say would immediately and measurably improve the lives of the Cuban people suffering on the island. I guess my question with that, anybody who's Cuban American, just tell me on that, because I had heard somebody arguing against that was Cuban American, saying that makes it easier on the Cuban government and they wind up stealing all the supplies anyway. And so they just take it for their own. So like my family's not getting any of those supplies. So they weren't actually into lifting that embargo. So it's when you talk about world politics, it's tough to understand, and I'm admitting I don't understand it, but I would like to understand it more. So,
and how are you supposed to understand it if there's so much misinformation?
Yeah, I mean, you could take a chocolate chip cookie these days, and people would make it political. There'd be the left and the right talking about the chocolate chip cookie, and then people in the middle would be like, "What the fuck's going on? I'm in the middle." And everything, anything of importance now is turning political. Just look at them. That's what the media does.
Yeah. I told you that. So that's why they got to stop. We got to talk about stuff. Have more than two parties.
But you're not going to ever have people legit talk about this stuff if you've got people making money on confusion and pitting people together.
Yeah.
There's money. Again, our country cares about the color green, especially the media.
Mm-hmm. But, this is a question of life or death. And for a lot of our South Floridians, it's their families' lives and death. And so, I mean, come on. I mean, you know how you'd feel if you had family that was over there that you were close with? You'd
Amen.
be freaking out.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm like,
the
we
fact
got to do
that
something.
there's no internet is shady AF.
It's crippling to the people, which is what they apparently love to do, and that's just horrifying.
It is. It's the conditions and what they have done to their own population for 62 years. It's just absolutely terrible. They are going to allow passengers flying to the island to bring unlimited food, hygiene, and medicine products with no import fees starting on Monday. And that's going to happen all the way through the rest of the year. So hopefully that will start alleviating some of the issues that you see now there. So we'll see, but that might be a part of your weekend as well. We'll see what happens with that. Let me see. Got a bunch of emails here that people have sent into the show.
Bring that shit.
James has said, I was just listening to the Whacked Out News portion where Kevin was talking about shark attacks and how in Australia they were wanting to now term it from shark attacks to shark interactions. Crazy when Kevin was yelling that out from the beach saying, shark interaction. It sounded like when I played it fast, he was saying shark erections.
That's a different kind of party.
Yeah, to keep rewinding it.
How terrible would that be if you're getting bit by a shark and he's got a boner and then he fucks you?
Oh, I mean, my God. That took quite a turn.
Yeah.
He said shark erections.
So you ask me how I would feel? It'd suck.
It'd be awful.
It'd be fucking terrible. Yeah, I don't want to get bit and I don't want to get fucked by a shark. Although getting bit might be kind of cool if it's just on my ass.
Okay. All right. This is an interesting email. We were talking about ever had sex with a coworker, and an anonymous email says, I am a female. You know what? I'm reading this here. But
give us some sexy music, ain't you? He's going to give it to us, Virginia.
I think you know what this needs, my friend. Hold on.
Yes.
I'm a female who worked as a pharmaceutical sales rep years ago. Well, as reps, we would travel for quarterly meetings, and she and I would room together so that we could hook up. Another time, I was dating a guy who took us out to dinner, but then she and I are the ones who got together and had sex in the back of his vehicle. All these sexual encounters were, of course, precipitated with copious amounts of alcohol. She was a drunk lesbian. I believe, right?
It happens.
I know we had somebody we used to associate with, Virginia, that we would say turned drunk gay.
Yeah.
And he would get a couple of cocktails in him, and then he'd be very attracted at seeing the same sex.
I remember that cat. He was like that.
Yeah, it was
He
fascinating.
He was probably really gay and
or bisexual.
wasn't able to be free with how he felt.
Yeah.
And then when he had some alcohol and his inhibitions were lowered, and then he could just be himself.
Yeah.
He's probably bisexual.
Probably.
He wanted a piece of the Ralston. He wanted that Ralston rump.
Oh, don't they all?
Yeah.
All my gay friends want to slice a piece of that sweet meat.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet meat Ralston.
Yeah. Who knows? That's
Sweet meat Ralston.
Sweet meat Ralston. You and mosquitoes. Got Lena here. Give me a little bit more info about that Delta 8. Seems like the loophole edible.
Is that the one that's not really weed, but it's kind of like weed, but it's like weed?
I'm trying to
get the fuck
understand
out of here
that.
with that shit, Kevin. Come on.
She said, I started with 2.5 milligrams, work your way up. 20 milligrams had me stoned, and I cut them up to maintain control. Nice. Everybody's selling it well, Bird.
Well, not everybody. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned weed?
I don't know.
You've
This
had that,
Delta 8.
You've had it before. You've had weed. You've had Oregon weed before.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah, I'll look into it a little bit more.
You're on
but
keto. You're on all this other
I'm
shit.
learning, yeah.
Just smoke fucking weed. You don't have to always be so healthy with everything. Smoke a little weed.
Well, it's tough on the lungs. Yeah, I can't really do that.
Then do your Delta shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to do something that's edible, I think.
You could get on them gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying the regular kind.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need the Delta 8.
Okay.
You're a big boy.
But this is an interesting thought, too, Kevin. I'm not sure you know this, but you cannot own a firearm and have a medical marijuana card. I think you were looking into it at one point, so total bummer, though. But, yeah, I think I had heard that. And where I am right now, I've got the concealed carry permit, but I've got no gun.
So you're good. You can smoke them if you got them.
So you're a non-lethal weapon.
Yeah, I'm in kind of an odd spot because, my dad loves guns. He's from an area where everybody has them, everybody packs. And in fact, I've been a bad son now. He even sent me money. He wants me to have a gun so badly. He sent me money for it, and it's still just sitting in a account, and I haven't even gone and purchased it yet. And he's like, "Are you gonna get that gun?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what.
Your dad is prepared and ready.
I know.
He's ready for that random shooter out there, and he is just ready to take him out.
Yeah. Don't. If you ever see my dad at an event, you think you're gonna come in with, don't try it.
Don't try to be that random shooter if Drew Ralston's there.
He's drooling. He's just waiting for his opportunity. He lives in Logan, Ohio. Nobody pulls on anybody there.
People are saying you can own a gun but not a concealed permit.
I can own a gun, but not the permit?
I don't know. People are saying a lot of shit in the chat room.
But they're all high.
Okay, well, I've got the permit.
At the shooting range.
Some people are saying, Kevin,
so what am I going to do? Am I going to kill someone with my permit card?
You slice them in the neck with it. Put him up. I got my permit card.
Paper cut, bitch.
We don't want the guy with weed to have that permit card. That thing's laminated. That thing's a lethal weapon.
I don't know what
Never know what that pothead's going to do with it.
People, there's a lot of answers going on here.
Yeah.
All different.
Yeah, so I don't know. So, yeah, these are all little things I've got to,
Then Michael says you can have both, the permit and a medical card.
Exactly. So there's so much chaos and confusion, and it's going to take a while to get the correct information that, these are all things where it's like, I gotta do a show, y'all. Like, that's why I haven't gotten to it yet. So maybe my next vacation in 2022? I'll take that week to look into it.
Are you taking any more days off anytime soon before we get into the fall book?
I've still got to work stuff out. I'm hoping to be in Chicago. I think it's the 12th of August, somewhere around there. It's like that. It would be the Thursday, Friday of right around there. So it'd be 2 days. It's for the radio convention. But the issue that I'm having is because of COVID, Palm Beach County Schools has changed their calendar, and my kid's already back in school.
Oh.
And so we got to get him to and from school, and his sister was going to do it, but now she's got her work schedule and she has to work. So I've got to come up with a plan B on what to do with the kids. So I don't know. That's why everything for me is always so up in the air. So it's when you have kids, like we were talking about this yesterday, it's so much harder to make plans because of stuff like this. And people are like, well, you got to give me an answer. I'm like, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. So I don't have an answer.
I just bust your balls. I know you got a busy schedule over there.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying like people in the building because they're like wanting to know, hey, you got to be taken off. So I'm like, I don't know yet.
Well, I'm still taking that last week in July.
Okay.
I got to go see my grandma. I got to go spend time with grandma.
Okay.
I just say, fuck it, Kev. Me and you just go on a road trip. I know the Queen's going to say no, but fuck that. Let's just go in.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get divorced. Things been going too well. So if I do anything else, it'll be that. But then probably, maybe not much. I might do a Buckeye game, so it might be a day there. I'll probably just be like a day here and there until Christmas. So that's about it for me. Got an email here from Jen in Coral Springs. Said, Kevin, I know you are the one with the best pronunciation on the show. Sorry, Virginia, but why do you say Smores? Many, many shows ago, that's the only way you said it. Then when you're all discussing the possibility of a s'mores party at Jaybirds, you switch back and forth. Was it intentional? No, it's not Ohio twang. I have more fun saying it that way. So I know it's s'mores, but s'mores. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like the word schmegma.
Schmegma. I've got schmegma on my s'more.
Yes. Oh, don't you get your schmegma on my s'more.
Okay, there's some s'more on my schmegma.
Either way. Gross.
Mm-hmm. Schmegma is a horrible word, and I swear every kid at age 7 knows what that. I knew that word so early. Everyone knew schmegma.
Schmegma.
Did you know it as a kid?
I probably did, but I don't think my kids do. You think Mags knows what it is?
Of course. She's 16. Schmegma.
Do you think Mags knows?
Come on, Mom.
Let's call her.
No, no.
You can ask.
I'd never. First of all, you brought up Mags. First of all, with the let's fucking move on. I hate it.
Is Magnolia open with you about? She's got a boyfriend. Looks like they're kind of serious in terms of high school.
Yes, she is open with me, and we talk about all the stuff.
Do you know, what physical activities, if any, have happened?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
She's open and honest with you about that?
She is.
Okay.
And, we went to the pediatrician, and she's open and honest with her, too.
Okay.
More importantly.
That's good.
Everybody's putting it out there and talking about these things before they happen, because that's the smart way to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way you don't turn up with an unexpected teen pregnancy, which I don't want.
Don't want that,
And you can still give all the information and still end up with a teen pregnancy.
Totally, but I'm trying to do my due diligence and not put my head in the sand like my mother did, and pretend like sex doesn't exist, because it does. And you'd be surprised to find out how many of them are doing it.
Sure.
At 16, I'm not surprised at all. In middle school, 12, 13 people were already starting to do it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I wasn't at that level yet. I was still, little kid-ish, and they were smoking, and it starts to turn in middle school. That's what I noticed. Little mini adults walking around.
I think we had 3 girls pregnant when I was 13.
I mean, that's fucking insane.
Wow.
Yeah. 3 girls that were
3.
pregnant. Yeah, and
That's got to be some kind of record.
And I think that girl, she is either a grandma or a great grandma now, and she's not 50.
She's a great.
Because I think her kid then had a kid at like 13.
Well,
if I remember right. Yeah, it's good enough for Mama, right?
Something tells me it's great grandma for some reason.
It might
just
be.
Seems
It's Logan.
More, yeah,
it's Logan. So it's got to be the most ridiculous.
What do your parents say?
I don't know. They don't really say anything about it.
Put them to work when the kid's ready to walk.
It's just, they don't say anything about it. It's just, it's what it is. It's what you do in the hills, Virginia. That's just living.
It's what you do in the hills.
You pack heat, you shoot shit, you fish, you hunt, and you have babies at 13.
I remember there was a pregnant girl in middle school. There was just one, and everyone was always talking about it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. My reunion is coming up next weekend.
Are you going?
No.
Oh.
He's like, fuck that. Why would I do that to myself?
Nah.
Remember, I'm going to go in place of him. Kevin Ralston's not here, but I'm his boy.
I'm his representative.
Yeah. I said, send me some photos, maybe FaceTime me, but nah, I'm not going to do that. I thought this is kind of a fun thing maybe we should do, Virginia. 60% of kids admit to stealing one of their parents' old outfits to wear to school. And 75% of kids think their parents' sense of style as a teenager was actually cool. 3 out of 4, 75%. I thought it might be fun for you and I, Virginia, to get our kids and show them photos of us and our fashions in high school and get their reactions from it.
I love it.
I like to see what Magnolia would say about what Virginia looked like with those spiked bangs in high school.
Oh, I was fly.
Or what my kids would say about my mullet.
You know what they're going to say.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to see their reaction, though. Do you believe that number? 60% of kids admit to stealing one of their parents' old outfits to wear to school, and 75% think their parents' style was actually cool.
It happened a lot growing up. My brother, when he was able to, but he was very tall. He would take some stuff from my dad.
Yeah.
Jean jacket was a big one.
Really?
It's from the 70s. It was cool looking.
Yeah.
My mom had stuff that I loved, like some 60s, like little mini dresses and cute, like hippie-looking mini dresses. She had cute stuff.
I love the hippie look. I'm sorry, man. I think it looks so, especially on chicks, I think it looks adorable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'd be kind of interesting to see what they would, what else they would say. Michael in the chat room said, there's only 2 things to do in Logan, hunt and fuck. And hunt for something to fuck. That really, if you had to sum it up, that's Logan.
Hunt, fuck, and kick a little ass. You gotta kick some ass.
And then you go to the pizza crossing.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I would put a hunting.
You'd have to throw fighting in there. Fighting is easily in the top 5.
Fighting and fucking might be at the same kind of level.
There were guys that, you're either a fighter or a fucker.
Well, if you can't fuck, you fight.
Sometimes you'd fight to fuck, sometimes you fuck to fight.
That's a mess.
It was tough to sort out.
Logan sounds like a mess.
Oh, gosh. It's entertaining as hell, though. God bless it. They say the Emoji Board is meeting again to add new symbols to the emoji language. And I didn't realize this is really how it works. There is an emoji approval board at Unicode. I guess there's a Unicode standard, and people actually sit on this, and they look at proposals, and there is a committee of people that deem what is going to become an emoji and what's not. Now, right now, they've got over 3,000 emojis, and they said some of the new ones that are up for review this year include pregnant man and pregnant person. That's to recognize that pregnancy is possible for some transgender men and non-binary people. So they're trying to see if that one is going to get grandfathered in.
That's a very small segment of the population now.
It is, yeah. I guess they just want to make it, it's the big statement you make with a small gesture, I guess, is what they're probably looking for. But, yeah, I mean, of the things that they have you found that you wanted to use an emoji and it's still not there?
Yes, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's still not there.
Bigfoot's not there for some reason.
I think that would do amazingly well.
It would.
Yeah, if they had that. Do they have burrito? I know they have taco.
I don't know about the burrito.
Yeah, it feels like they should have that.
I mean, I think pierogies need to be representative.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Represented.
What is it?
Represented.
Represented. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I didn't realize that, though. But apparently, if you're just a common person, you can actually submit your ideas to this review board, and they will review. I don't know if it has to have signatures or whatever with it, but there's a process. I thought it might be interesting. We came up with a good enough idea. We should try to get an emoji passed if there's something like going, why is there not an emoji for that?
That makes sense for our show.
Yeah, I think you should. And when I saw that, I'm like, you should take up the campaign and be like, let's make this happen. Imagine how many signatures you could get and take that to the emoji board.
Fat Kevin, they do have burrito. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, well then get the damn Bigfoot.
Man, the burrito one's nice. I didn't look at
that
thing.
Making you hungry? Oh.
Yeah. You imagine, though, if you could take the credit for being the guy that got the world the Bigfoot emoji? I mean, that's a big feather in your cap. I mean, you think of all your great accomplishments.
I mean, how do they not already have one?
You're right. It seems egregious.
It does
at this point, doesn't it? That's why you need to take on this challenge.
They got a ghost. I know that.
Well, then I think
the UFO. They got an alien.
Okay, so it seems like they got everything you would want minus the Bigfoot, and maybe it just needs that extra drop kick to make it through.
Okay. I am your man to make nothing happen, Kevin.
How does he reach out to said board?
We'll have to look into it because I just saw that it existed today, but they didn't have, okay, if you have an idea, contact us here. So they didn't include that with it.
I think the good people who listen to this program would get behind that and sign it for us.
I think it could be something, yeah, if we push it out starting on this show, and if it caught on, it could be one of those things to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, why do we not have a Bigfoot emoji, and let's make this thing happen.
That would be amazing. I walk in the room and someone goes, there's the fucker that got us the Bigfoot emoji. Like, you want that kind of reputation.
There he is.
Imagine if you went to a Bigfoot convention.
Which is going to happen. I just need to find someone that
you would
loves...
walk into that place and you'd be like going, that's the dude that got the Bigfoot emoji.
Yeah.
I mean, you would be immediately like, okay.
King shit of fuck mountain.
Yeah, you would have the hottest Bigfoot fan that would want to suck your D. And when I say the hottest female Bigfoot fan, I don't know what I mean by that.
Yeah. I don't know either, to be quite honest with you, Kevin.
I don't know what I'm actually saying there when I say that, but I'd like to see.
People love the goofy Bigfoot stuff on the jerky commercials, but you don't find too many people who are really into...
If you went to a Bigfoot convention, how hot is the hottest chick there?
That's a great question. That's a hunt within the hunt.
Oh, you'll find a hot chick. I think you would.
Yeah.
Bigfoot stuff is hot right now.
But here's the difference, though, to my point earlier. It's hot on the pop culture level, but to really delve and to learn about Bigfoot...
You're big enough of a fan. You're going to go and spend your own money and
Yes.
stay in a place that probably is not going to have a lot of other entertainment opportunities. It's all about Bigfoot.
I know a little bit of the history and some of the origins of at least where the stories come from.
Yeah.
That's different than, oh, I love Bigfoot. Bigfoot's cool. Hot girl's going to be at a convention... Learning about Bigfoot's hair, his nards.
Okay. I'd like to see them. I am curious. Got an email here from Kirsty, and she said, I know Jaybird's been on the search for an ice cream truck. You know, we have one that comes every Sunday in Hope Sound. My son looks forward to it every week. We'd be happy to have you come out. Mr. Gary is our ice cream man, and my 2-year-old son.
Mr. Gary.
Yeah, he would love to have an ice cream with you.
Aww.
Gary, that's awesome. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Fun little ice cream truck. That
Yeah,
you can go
fucking
check out.
ice cream truck is elusive in my area.
You keep looking for it, and when you run out there after you hear the music, you can't find it.
It's gone. It makes me think maybe someone's just playing music from their backyard. Because that fucking
That
thing, nobody's
is the greatest prank of all
It was,
time.
yeah.
Well, nobody sees the truck.
Hats off
That is a
to
good
whichever
prank.
one of your neighbors is pulling that one.
Well, I think they're fooling a lot of people. I don't think I'm the only one taking the bait. It sounds legit
That
like
is
an
actually
ice cream.
really funny.
a
Where do you get
great
ice?
But,
Yeah.
but the
trick.
weird thing about that whole thing is I recorded it on my phone, and then I went back to play it, and the music never came up. Which makes
How
me,
high were you?
makes me
Yeah.
think, is there a fucking ice cream truck song playing in my head that nobody knows? No one hears but me?
We're losing him, Kev.
Yeah, we
you
are.
No, you are losing me.
Look at he's over there tugging on his braids.
You're losing me.
Yeah. Something else fun. Do you like the nacho fries at Taco Bell?
The hype was so big with them, and yeah, they were good.
Okay.
Taco Bell's kind of pissed me off like a lover.
They have.
Yeah, they've led me on too much. They take things away, they bring them back. Mm-hmm. Give me a fucking, give me some sanity here. Give me something I can believe in.
Well, starting next Thursday, they're returning to Taco Bell restaurants nationwide. I don't know if that's for a limited time thing. About the time you go out to get them, you'll drive up and they'll be like, sorry, they just went away again.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
You're
that's
too
really,
confusing. Your message
You're
isn't
too
on point.
confusing. Yes.
Not everyone's up on everything Taco Bell.
No.
Don't make it so fucking confusing.
I want to go and get what I love, and I don't want to have to even every time I pull up, I gotta reread stuff because everything I want's not there.
There's no Mexican pizza, but then now there is a Mexican pizza. No,
Yeah.
no, fuck this.
It doesn't seem like Taco Bell is hitting the mark with their marketing and their decisions because you just hear too many people upset. You're not hearing people like that are loving it. And look, when the ground swells, it seems like more people are frustrated. Then something's gone wrong with your marketing.
Look, Taco Bell's going to always have people going to their place. Mm-hmm. They're always going to have that, but you're losing people that may or may not go, oh, let's go to Taco Bell. No, fuck Taco Bell. They're too confusing. You're going to lose those people.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder, well, I mean, these are always the gambles that these big companies take when you rebrand, remarket. You know,
remember iBob or whatever the fucking
IHOB or something like that.
Yeah, that was terrible.
IHOB, International House of Burgers. They did that for a day.
So stupid.
Well, it was dumb because they took it away. They didn't change it. It's cheesy stunting.
You roll the dice on stuff like that. You know, sometimes it does work, sometimes it doesn't.
You're right.
You know, I told you about that radio company that did the free Britney radio, and for a day they played all Britney Spears. And
whether that worked in the ratings or not, it may not have worked in the ratings for them, but it did work for them for publicity, and maybe it did work for the ratings. For someone like me who doesn't like Britney Spears music, I would turn something off like that.
Yeah, but, you know, it does work. I mean, I remember when we first got to Wild 95.5, the night guy Lucas, remember when he played Mambo No. 5 on repeat the entire night? And people still, 20 years later, like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but they want to fight Lucas.
People actually seem to like it.
Do you remember when Lucas played Mambo No. 5? We tried to kick his ass.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like going, ugh, because I hated that song. Still do hate it.
Shitty ass song.
But he played it. Remember that, Virginia?
Yeah, people did enjoy it. I don't know why, but they did.
Did people enjoy it, or did a few people say
they enjoyed the novelty of it?
Yeah, it was just different, I guess. And I would say that works, and that's where your IHOB and all that stuff, they take a swing for it, and they think, I think people are going to love this IHOB thing, and then it falls flat.
But here's the difference between the IHOB example and the Lucas thing, because I'm assuming the Lucas thing did not have social media where you could really see.
This is in 1999.
Everybody's opinion. Back then, you could five people, oh, it's a great job, Lucas, and you think that's what
people
everyone...
still talk about it, yeah? I don't know.
I can't sign off on that. Mambo No. 5 all day long.
Trust me, when people still mention it, going, yeah, I remember that guy. Now, nobody remembers his name, but I remember that guy that played Mambo No. 5 all night long. It was like one night. And like the whole town's like, this guy keeps playing Mambo No. 5.
But that could not have been good for ratings, though.
I don't know. I mean, at the time, it probably didn't hurt because they didn't have the meters that they have right now, so they did it differently, and it was memorable. And what a great idea for him. How easy is that shift?
Yeah.
You just sit in there and keep playing the same damn song over and over again for 4 hours.
It generated a buzz.
Yeah.
And I guess when you do, you definitely generate a buzz, but the end result, I wonder if it was worth it in the ratings.
I would say it was a massive success for him. Because then, remember, he was in Denver like a month later.
That's true.
Was he really?
Yeah.
He failed up.
I don't think he failed. I think it was a win-win-win.
Apparently he did,
Yeah, I think it all worked out for him. So tell me what you think about this marketing move. Virginia, I'm sure you're aware of what the Boca Raton Resort and Club is.
Oh, yes. I've stayed there. I love that place. The spa is gorgeous.
Yes, absolutely. It's been around. In fact, it opened up in 1926 as the Ritz-Carlton Cloister Inn. Wow. That was the first thing it was called back in 1926. So if you're looking at that, they're at 95 years, right?
Dang.
They are coming up on a century. So when they go into that century anniversary, they are going to be known as something different. They just changed the name.
They did?
Yeah.
To what?
It is no longer the Boca Raton Resort and Club. Now you refer to them as the Boca Raton.
So I guess my next question would be, who gives a fuck?
They have rebranded, and now they are just going by the pretentious The Boca Raton, nothing else.
Is it spelled T-H-E-E?
No, it's not. I've kind of added that on. I assume it needs to be pronounced The and not The Boca Raton. It's got to be The Boca Raton.
Who gives a frog's fat ass? Seriously.
Yeah.
Other than the Boca Raton.
The Boca Raton. Where are you staying? I'm staying at The Boca Raton.
And it's nice, but I mean, Breakers is celebrating 125 years.
Yeah.
Who?
And
Is it The Breaker?
they ain't no Breakers.
But you know, they're The Breakers, not The Breakers, right?
Right.
It's The Breakers. So is The Boca Raton The Boca Raton, or is it The Boca Raton?
People aren't really even trying with their stunting.
This is what they're doing now. They've dropped $175 million into a phase 1 physical transformation is going to be unveiled this winter. So that's part of the reason why they're doing the name change now, Virginia, to the Boca Raton.
To get ready for season.
What a dumb...
And the new transformation they dropped a ton of money on.
Dumb fucking story.
So I don't know how much and how different it's going to look, but it's, again, about marketing. Will it be successful? And people be going, oh, okay, well, I need to stay at the Boca Raton. Well, where are you staying? I mean, Boca is all about being pretentious. And if there was a place where an overly pretentious name would carry and fly and work, it would be in Boca Raton. And maybe Resort and Club doesn't have the same shine as shortening it up and just saying the Boca Raton.
You know.
I can't.
If you know, you know.
I'm glad I don't know.
You know, you think about the people that typically would stay there. A lot of them are probably New Yorkers, right? And if you're in New York and somebody's like, where are you staying? Well,
the Boca Raton.
Yeah, that's what they would say.
That's what they
See
would
at the
call
Boca
it.
Raton.
Raton.
You're right. They would say it like that.
Yeah. But, you know, oh, really? Okay. Sounds nice and pretentious. So, I don't know. We'll see if it flies or not. But that's what they're doing with it. Got a couple more emails I would love to share with you. Alberto said that I wrote you guys in May about my wife Stephanie graduating from psychology and being in the hospital at the same time for a pulmonary embolism blood clot. Unfortunately, she was admitted again last week because the doctors heard a murmur in her heart.
Oh, no.
I was hoping you guys can spread the word and love about her situation. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to paste her GoFundMe link that her sister created for her medical bills.
Yes.
Really appreciate if you could share this on your social media platforms. Definitely, we'll post that up on the KVJ Cares page.
Yeah, I want more people to know about that KVJ Cares because people do want to donate. I always get that question, Bert, I can't go out and help at an event at Little Smines, but I want to either do a donation or something.
Yeah.
That KVJ Cares, we put all that stuff up there. Is it easy to find? Because someone was asking where it was at.
It is at kvjshow.com, and I had just had a conversation with Denny's to make sure, because I went on there on our own site looking for two things last night, and I couldn't find either. So I was like, and he says they're on there, but I'm like, yeah, we just got to rethink it on how we have stuff posted. I just want to be able to make it easier for people to find.
Yeah, that's something where it should be very easy for everyone to find because I think daily we get something where someone needs help with something.
Yeah, Denny's is going to make sure that it is because I know we had another GoFundMe we had posted up there for the family of the victims of the Publix Royal Palm shooting that had happened. So that is going to be up there as well. So we'll get that where you can find that. And again, you know, KVJ Nation is about that. It's a family basically, and it's people helping people. And so if you have a need, we'll post it and you can help somebody in our family.
Well, that's what stuck with me. The person that I talked to them at the Crawfish Festival, and they brought me aside and said, I would love to give to KVJ, someone in KVJ Nation, because I feel like they're my family.
Yeah, and that's
which is great.
That's where you go.
That's super sweet.
Mm-hmm. So go and do that. KVJ Cares is what it's called, kvjshow.com. And also got a nice email from Becky just saying, I just want to put this out there. If you are overwhelmed, sad, frustrated, or just feeling like you're out of sorts, this is your sign right now. It's from God. It's from the universe. It's from a loving place. It is okay to get emotional support. Call or see a friend or therapist. Reach out, please. You are important, and you can get back to being healthy in your mind and heart. She, over the last few weeks, has lost some important people in her life who made bad choices. And so she just wants people to know, because sometimes you need to hear that little voice of encouragement that you do matter on this planet. You will be missed if something happens to you.
Good email.
Yes, it really is. So we all have to be mindful of our mental health. So there you go, especially Bird.
I'm gone.
He's chalking himself up a lost cause.
You know what?
Hey, the ice cream man.
I like where I'm at mentally.
Is that the ice cream man?
I'm fucking crazy and I love it. Yeah, where's that ice cream at? Fuck yeah.
Okay, if you're listening to us on Friday, July 16th, tomorrow we are going to be at Crazy Horse Saloon on North Lake Boulevard in Palm Beach Gardens for their 10-year anniversary from 3 to 5 p.m. for the pig roast, fireball shots, and Dolphins football tickets. Hope to see you guys out there. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.